The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather, and off we go from Nashville. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. From the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
I can see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Newton. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And this one is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Newton, meanwhile, here connecting with McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Tannehill. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. What good hands there defensively at 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down. Here's Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Anthony Firkser.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Off the option, here's Henry.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Tannehill. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Tannehill. Check down here for Henry. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. Man open, here is Jones. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll give Henry another shot. And he will score. Touchdown, 10-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. For the point after is Randy Bullock. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Throwing again on second down. Newton.
He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. On first down, this is McCaffrey. They find some open field here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Just beating the play clock is Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Looking to throw again on second down. Newton. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas, as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Sliding out of the pocket. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. They are going for it. It's Tannehill looking deep for Julio. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally go out of bounds, but not before he takes it down to the 25. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Henry. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I would think down 2 scores at this point in the fourth quarter, even with the loss there on first down, this has got to be 4-down territory. If you're the field goal kicker, your only purpose now is if you can run out for a pass or actually carry the ball into the end zone. Otherwise, don't even look at the coach.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry from a yard away bowling his way in. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get this score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Pull it good on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now this throw caught left side and out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Again, Newton. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Here's Newton. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
They snap it to Newton. He'll air it out deep for Thomas, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down, and as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, first down run with Henry that time as he maneuvers forward for about 4 yards. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd and 6. Tannehill complete to Jones. Touchdown Titans. Julio Jones. 54 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. There aren't any speed limits out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Gets past one man. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. We'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. McCaffrey following the penalty. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Newton. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A 3rd down gain of 19. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And that is incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. McCaffrey will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina. So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the fourth quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You talk about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 77 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 more on that one and another first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good.
And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Back to throw, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock. And this is second and less than a yard. Throwing here, Newton. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?